from chatamo.com, and there's a few things I'd like to go through today. Well, tonight actually. We're coming a bit late. So what I wanted to go through a little bit today was it's part of the training course I've actually got with Launch Legends. Now, what we're going to do with Launch Legends, sorry, it's a lot easier to spell than what it is to say, is we're actually going to show people how to go out and actually create offers and then make not just sales funnels, but sales flows. Now, there's quite a few. I've sort of started off for kind of advanced marketers. And what I want to do was I want to put in a kind of front end on it so that people, when they're going out and they're starting making their offers, they can actually get a good sense of where to start, how to start, and sort of how to do the whole thing, because I know I keep on going a little bit too advanced. So I want to break it all down basically on what I would do if I was starting off again, how I would go out and actually start making money. Because I think that's the problem what a lot of people are having at the moment. They think that making all this money is really, really difficult by the internet, where in reality, it's actually very, very easy. Right. So what I want to do is I'm going to share some slides with you because I've got the worst memory in the world. And I know I'm going to miss some various bits. But what I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to bring out a book as well on this. We're going to have that as a free offer. Hopefully, we're going to do the whole thing like that. Right. So what I want to talk to you about today is about email, right? And particularly email marketing. Now, email marketing should really be the hub of all of your marketing. And right now, there's no better time to actually start your email marketing than what there is at this precise moment. The reason that is because what we found off running tests, if we get the social media email address of somebody, then what that means, we get a 70% higher open rate, which is huge. Now, email marketing, I know a lot of people saying it's dying, it's dead, and all the rest of it. Well, as a chatbot owner, as a SaaS software owner, email marketing is very, very far away from dead. I would always say use a chatbot to get the correct email, use ChatAmo to get the correct email, but then go in and actually start using the email as well as the chatbot. Now, emails are worth approximately $1 per month per customer, right, per subscriber. Now, your messenger bot, particularly if it's ChatAmo, is worth around $7 per customer per month, right, per subscriber per month. So it's obviously worth building up both. And obviously, there's a lot of other features within ChatAmo, which is going to be here as well, which we're going to share with you guys too, on how to actually use those and optimize those to the most part. But what I want to do is I want to go through this in the very beginning. So in the very beginning, right now is the best time to get free traffic, right? You know, back in the day, back when I started off, back when I worked lads, as my dad would say, then we were pretty much stuck between ads and running solo ads, right? We didn't really have a great deal of choice. Now, the good news on that was that ads were really mega, mega cheap at that time, right? Ads were just about free on Google. It was pennies per click. It was awesome. Solo ads, people just say build up their email list, and it was easy to get traffic. It was so simple to do everything. But what we want to do with this trend is ads are different now, right? Now, getting organic and paid traffic is all completely different right now. And within this course, I want you to get some momentum behind you and start pointing you in the right direction, right? So the direction for success is right here. I want to give you a map of where you can actually go to, how you can start off, how you can actually start building your business, and how to do it all right so you're actually getting there. Now, I want everybody who's in my group and everybody who's got ChatAmo to be making at least 7 figures, right? Now, I don't think 7 figures is that high an amount. It can be done. It has been done many, many times. The biggest thing that you'll actually find against you making 7 figures is your own mindset, right? Now, I'm normally the person who does not, I hate mindset things, right? But if you believe that you can do 7 figures, you stand an awful lot more chance of actually being able to do 7 figures than if you don't, right? If you don't believe it, your mind's now set that particular barrier in front of you, and that's going to be the barrier that's going to keep on holding you back and stopping you from making the 7 figures. Now, a lot of people are neglecting building their email list and just running ads. Now, the reason why I'm going to say this is so bad, right? I'm going to run through a little bit of background here on why I think that's a terrible idea. There's a lot of reasons, but let's go for the main ones. So the main ones, I see guys all the time running ads to try and get people to particular offers, right? And what's then happening is as soon as their ads dry up, say, for example, I haven't got a good hook, or there's not a particular lot of people searching for that particular time, then all of their money dries up, all their leads dry up, their sales dry up, everything just dries up. And all of a sudden, they're looking at barren land. Now, what I suggest is always run your ads to build an email list. Now, back in the day when I was saying Google used to be pennies on the pound for ads, right? Then getting the ads was really, really simple. But what Google realized pretty quickly was Direct marketers like yourself and myself and everybody else who's into digital marketing or any sort of marketing at all. I'm going to pretend you're in digital marketing no matter what niche you're actually in. So you could have, I've got tattoo shops, got all sorts. It all comes down to the same thing. It all comes down to leads and sales, right? Now, Google realized that us direct marketers, we want to return our investment straight away. And we don't have the huge budgets such as Nike and all these lot. So what they then do is if you imagine my 5,000 per month spend, and then you imagine Nike's $250,000 month spend, well, they're going to start dealing a lot more with Nike. They're not too bothered about direct sales. They're more bothered about building their brand. So what started happening was Google started raising the prices to price all the little guys out of it, right? And that's what happened. A lot of the Google ads went absolutely through the roof. It went crazy. Don't worry, we're going to show you a way around that. And that's what Facebook's actually done. Now, Facebook was great when it first started off. Everybody was going out and running Facebook ads and everybody was successful. It was so simple. You just need to select a particular audience and it was all cool. But now Facebook's done the same realization. They've realized that us entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and small businesses can't afford the massive amount of ad budget of what a lot of the other companies are using. So what they've then done is they've started increasing the prices and a few people's had to drop out. Now, another point is if you use Facebook ads for any amount of time, you will notice that your account keeps on getting banned, right? Everybody's account gets banned. It happens to the best of us. And what that is right now, it's still happening, but Facebook's actually had a really slow quarter. So they've actually relaxed a little bit and they're not banning as many adverts. Now, that's not to say they're going to start not banning again. So even if you are running Facebook ads, always run them to make sure that you're going to build your income, right? You're going to build your email list. Remember, your email list is the most important. You need to own the traffic. So at the moment, all you're doing if you're running ads is you're renting that traffic, right? Mark Zuckerberg owns all of the traffic and he's letting you have a little bit of the traffic if you pay money. Google owns all of the traffic and they're going to give you a little bit of the traffic if you give them money. So all you're doing is renting that traffic. Now, as soon as that rent goes up, you can't afford to buy. And so this is why we need to drag them onto our list. Once they're on our list, we can remarket to them absolutely free, right? So we don't need to start worrying about our budgets and whatnot. So your number one priority should always be building your list. No matter what is going on, please make sure you're building your list. I can't stress how many times my list has saved me left, right, and center. I've put out different launches and I thought the launch would be a massive success. I run ads to them, I run all sorts of them, and they didn't convert. What did bring us through was actually me having a list. So all of a sudden, I could then go out and make another offer to my list, and suddenly the money would start coming back in. So it was easy to continue with the money. So every single thing that you do, as far as marketing is concerned, you want to think about how that's going to build your list. You want to think about what's the landing page going to be, what's the lead capture page going to be. If it's Facebook ads, how they're going to get in the chat bot, because that's probably the cheapest way of running it. How they're going to get all these various parts so you can actually get their email. Right, that's the whole thing you need to be thinking about. It's one of the biggest secrets within marketing that not a lot of people tell you. Now, everything's always changing, right? So I am saying Facebook at the minute, but next month there might be a new advertising platform out there. I know a lot of people's going to TikTok, but the same thing happens to platform to platform to platform. If you learn these basics, you have never got a thing to worry about, right? We're going to be going through all the basics, so it'll work no matter what the platform is, no matter which route you're taking. This particular set of training will work for you and will always continue to get you in more traffic, right? We're always going to get the digital marketing side, the direct marketing side, always up to date, right? So very often, one of the things that I see a lot of people, so let's imagine for a second that you just say starting off, let's say it was me. I'm just say starting off, I haven't got my software, I haven't got any money, and I'm just say starting in the digital marketing space, right? Now, a lot of the time I'll see ads for building your own course and then make monthly income by building your own course. Now, this is a little bit like if you've ever seen the film Catch Me If You Can, right? It's a great film. Honestly, watch this film. It's awesome. And it's all about a guy called Frank Abagnale, I think it is. And what he does is he's actually a con man. And he goes out and he actually starts teaching. I think it's in Harvard. Could be somewhere else. Could be wrong. And what he does is he's teaching this really high level course. And when they catch him, they actually say, how did you manage to learn all this on the course? And what he said was, all I need to do is just read a couple of pages ahead of what everybody else is reading. And that's how to teach it. Now, if you're starting building a course like that, that's exactly what you'll be doing, right? Now, I'm not saying that that's a bad idea, and I'm not saying that these shouldn't happen, But I would say it's a very, very difficult and treacherous way to go about it, because if you only know so much and then you try to teach other people, it means that once people's reached the end of your knowledge, they're going to be a little bit, well, I want more. And really, we want a continuation. We want to continue building your business. That's the whole object of everything that we're doing, is to build a sustainable business that's going to get you on. Right. Now, this, as I say, will work on all niches, as everything is to do with leads and sales, right? There's no business that does not need leads and sales. It's really, really obvious. So the thing I would suggest, the thing I would start, if I was starting again from you, is affiliate offers. Now, there's a particular reason why I would say affiliate offers. First thing, I don't need to have the product. I don't need to start stocking the product. I don't have to deal with any aftermath of the product. I don't need to deal with customer complaints, any sort of technical issues, anything like this. I don't have to deal with anything. I basically sell that product off. Once I sell that product, then I get some money. Right now, this is great, particularly when you're starting off, because what you're doing as well at the same time, if you're building a landing page with your sales flow built in, your sales flow is the chatbot compared to the landing page, then you're actually building your email list at the same time. So you're actually getting paid for building your email list. And this is one of the number one ways that you're going to be able to build your email list without having an absolute fortune. It's the way that I would go do it. Now, once I got my email list done, let's go back a slide. I've just jumped a little bit. Once I got my list started being built, I would then start looking at getting my own offer. There's a particular reason why I would do this. Now, you'll probably see, if you ever go to like some Munchai and things like this, you'll see a few vendors who's producing different products, softwares, or training. And what they'll have is they'll always have huge sales. And the reason why they have huge sales is because they were good affiliates beforehand. So if I'm going out and I'm selling other people's affiliate offers and I'm shifting their affiliate offers, they're making money from me, I can then not only one, get them to start marketing for me once I start having my own product, which I'm going to pay for out of their commissions. But two, it means that I'm going to get better known as well. So as soon as I do launch a product, as soon as I decide, right, I'm going to launch a product, then I can launch that no problem at all. Now, there's a lot of these courses that I've bought on these particular offer launches. And what I've seen is half of them aren't really that technical, right? A lot of them aren't really something that spectacular. Now, what I done, I'm going to give a quick example here, and it was a Groove launch. And for this particular Groove launch, I wanted to sell quite a few Groove memberships, right? At the end of the day, the commission back then was around about, it was about $400-500. And so I wanted a lot of these $400-500. So the first thing I done was I went after restaurants, right? If you look around, there's thousands of restaurants. Even just in your local area, there's always a load of restaurants. Now, a lot of these restaurants have really, really bad websites. A lot of these restaurants advertise on Groupon. And that's because they can't actually draw people to their websites. So what we done was, we actually built up some websites for restaurants, and then we made a landing page and we said, hey, do you want to improve your restaurant? We've done some YouTube ads and we drove them all to that one particular landing page, which give away the restaurant template. Now, there's a good reason behind this. And we said you're going to get a restaurant and you're going to get a free host and you have nothing else to worry about. And the first thing they done was they're going to need a URL, right? A lot of them want to change the URL while they run, have a brand new look. So then we pointed to Namecheap, and then we got a commission off Namecheap as well. Now, next, they wanted to know about, well, how do we do Instagram marketing? And so then we could show them the chatbot. So then we were selling the chatbot as well. So we had two offers on the back end. Then we also started making up some graphics for them. So we started selling three offers. One of them was graphics, which we used as a bump order, which then paid for all of our marketing. So each of these restaurants, as a lifetime customer, I think we've still got some coming through, but as a lifetime customer, each of these restaurants was worth around about $50 to us, right? Which was actually, it was worth a lot more than that, about $250 by the time they were Groove now, but about $50 back then to us. And it was only costing us $5 to get these people in. So it was pretty much a no-brainer. It was an easy sell that we could continue to sell up and up and up, right? So we just continued. And the reason why we've done that is because we were then making an offer that was too good for them, right? We're going to give you a fully designed website. We're going to show you how to host it. We're going to give you an email, show you how to work an email list. We're going to show you this. We're going to show you that. We're going to give you free training as the bonus. So we give them everything up front and behind. And that meant that we could really kind of manipulate the whole market. Now, the way we done it as well was we actually went after everybody else's YouTube ads who were also selling to restaurants. And so we hijacked all of their traffic too, which was lovely for us. We got a ready-made email list for us. The more they were buying, and it paid for our email list. It meant we could go out and spend more stuff on. Now, once we started doing that, that's when we could start producing our own stuff. And we could start producing The chatbot, well, the chatbot was already pretty much in place. I was running an agency as well at the time. But this is when we could start pouring more money into the chatbot. This is when we could start getting the chatbot to work with group really. And it looks like the computer's about to crash, right? So, first off, if you have a thing, now this is when I started making that bot and whatnot, then obviously me going out in affiliates was a lot easier because I'd already made money for those as affiliates, right? So if I was selling something else, then I could go to those affiliates and say, listen, I've got this new product. Would you mind being an affiliate for us? Now, if I've already made them money, they're going to say yes. Exactly the same way as if you have something that's going to fit my list, I will promote it. Hopefully, if I've got something that fits your list, you'll promote it. It's that kind of reciprocation that starts helping and building everybody's businesses up, right? Once you get a buyer, this is another very, very strange thing that a lot of marketers think. A lot of marketers think that there's only so much money on the table. There isn't. And the money keeps on circulating and it's all fine as long as people keep on spending. And once somebody's bought something, they're going to continue to buy. Now, there's a particular set of marketers out there, and they know that the only reason that people stop buying from you is if you either stop making them offers or you do something that's going to really upset them. You do something stupid that's going to upset your entire thing, right? Now, 40% of your audience, right? There's around about 52% of your audience, they're not going to buy no matter what you do. They've got no intention of buying. They don't know the pain points yet, and they don't know their desires that they want to get. However, 40% of your audience, 40% of all the people who click on your links are going to buy from somebody. Now, the important part is we're going to make sure that they're going to buy from you. Remember what we were saying before about the Facebook ads? Well, the big guys, they use a lot of retargeting. Now, the way I like to think about it, my gran used to love a bet on the horse on a Saturday. And if you imagine that I bought my gran a little horse foal, a little race horse foal, I don't know quite what you call them, so you might have to forgive us here. And we were raising up this race horse to actually get to start racing. And we started up, we fed it well, we started feeding it, training it and doing everything else with it. And then somebody come along and actually stole that racehorse from us. That's what's happening if you're trying to run ads. You're getting people to your landing page. They're being now earmarked by Facebook, right? Because your pixel's firing. It's giving Facebook the information. So as soon as somebody looks for something like what you have, as soon as they bring your website, all these big guns are going to come in who's got the budget and they're going to start swamping them with ads. If you don't believe me, please look on something on the internet that's actually got a tag on it. One of the ones to try is ClickFunnels or GrooveFunnels, and you will get accosted by a load of the other guys, right? It's kind of non-stop, and you'll get an awful lot more marketing stuff and things like that. And that's the people using their retargeting dollars to actually go out and steal your customers. This is why your email list is so important. Now, if you've got 40% of all of your customers who's going to buy, then what we can now do is we can nurture those people and keep on giving them offers. But we need to know where they're at in that particular tract, right? So as they're moving through what it is that you sold them, then we can sell them something else when we come to that point. There's something else, something else, something else. And as they keep on progressing, it's the more you can keep on progressing, the more you can keep on helping them by selling them some of the stuff. Now, I just want to clear something up here quickly. Some people actually think that this reselling people is bad. They think that's being too salesy and things like this. However, I take the absolute opposite approach. If somebody has bought a product and it's a complete product, I'm not talking about the likes of, was it Looney or something like this, where you made up cartoon characters, and you bought this particular thing, and then there was 5 different upsells. You had to buy each one of these upsells to make the thing work. It was ridiculous. I was furious. I'm not talking about that. I don't agree with that in the slightest. What I am talking about is helping people. So you're going to set out the map for those to make a success, and you know along the way they're going to need this, they're going to need that, they're going to need the other. Like Groove, for example, I know they're going to need copy. So I can either send them on to upwork.com to a copywriter. I could send them to an AI software, which would help them write copy. I could send them all over the different places, right? And each one of these all have an affiliate program. So you're actually helping the people and you're helping this 40%. If you don't get the 40% to buy off you, other people will get the 40% to buy off them, right? They will outspend you on ads and you will start losing money because they're taking it all. So if you're trying to sell up a list, trying to sell without a list, your prospects will be stolen by the big players, right? Unfortunately, it's one of those things. What I'm talking about is self-liquidating offers, so you're going to get your money straight back, so you can actually start outspending everybody else. Now, Russell Brunson does the best example of this with all of his secrets books, right? You've got your traffic secrets, expert secrets on, I've forgotten the other one, but he's got all these secret books, and what he does on the front end of that funnel, he gives you an upsell. Now, the upsell actually pays for all of his ads, all right? That's the way that Russell Brunson can outspend everybody. He knows how much he can spend on somebody, and so he recoups that money straight back in again. So it's just a continual thing. That's how come ClickFunnels has grown so big. With an email list, you'll always be able to make money. Email lists saved me so many times. It's beyond all belief how many times it saves you. And it's kind of another thing that something that was mentioned to me the other week. I've got a friend who actually invests in homes and he rents them out. And he does very, very well. The home market always increasing. But he has to lay out $250,000 to buy this particular home. And then he has a mortgage on it of, I don't know, let's say $500 per month, right? So he's now down, we'll say he'll put 100,000 down. If I take that same 100,000 and I put that into ads, driving people towards my email list, first off, I can have a self-liquidating offer. So I'm going to get my 100,000 straight back again. Another thing is I'm more than likely going to double my money, at least double my money. So I've now built up an email list, which I can continue to keep on selling to. I've now got a sale. I've got only 100,000 still in my pocket, which is the important part. And I've now got consistent sales. And I'm going to make an awful lot more than $500 per month because everybody's worth around about $1 per person per month per subscriber, right? So that means we're going to make a lot more money. And we're going to continue to make that money ongoing because now I've got £100,000 back. We can put it back in next month. We can add to our profits to that. We can keep on increasing our asset. And remember, your email list is your biggest asset, but we can keep on increasing our asset until we've grown it to as much as what we want it to be. So you should commit right now. You should sit there and go, right, Sean, say I will commit to building my email list as fast as possible and as big as possible via any means possible, right? Every single thing that you do should be focused on building your email list. One of the things I've just recently done was Dream 100. You will hear me talking about Dream 100 quite a lot. I have a particular Dream 100, and I want that Dream 100 to go out and help me. Now, obviously, I can't just write to me Dream 100 and say, will you help me? They're going to say, no, I don't even know who you are. What I can do is I can go out and offer them value. Then they'll start looking at what I do as well. Then hopefully they'll start helping me. This has happened with Mike Filsain, with Groove, and how come a lot of you guys might actually be here already. I went out, I wrote to the various different people. I've still got a lot of my Dream 100 I'm working on. And eventually we will be coming together to do a nice big promotion, which is very, very nice. It then means that not only does Mike get value from my software, but I'm also getting value from Mike's email list when he sends them over to me, which is always a good thing. Right. Now, what I like to do, where I like to think of affiliate marketing is, I will first off always go through and do my niche. Right now, I'll go out and I'll find the exact niche that I want. Now, with my chatbot, I know a lot of you guys think that I'm just into affiliate marketing. Sorry, I got right itch on. A lot of you guys think I'm just into affiliate marketing. I'm really not. I own businesses as well, bricks and mortar businesses. I used to have an agency. I love the agency model. I love the affiliate marketing model. I love digital marketing altogether. But what I always try and do is always try and niche down on a particular set of people that I'm looking at a particular time. So I'll go after a particular set of people. Once I've exhausted that, I'll then go after another set of people, then another set. We'll keep on bringing all these sets into the chatbot or in through my sales. So when I'm on looking for the people I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out who's my who. Now we have a worksheet on this as well. So I'm just asking for the worksheet and I'll give you it. You can write it through it. But once I've found out me who, then I can find out what problems they face. Once I find out what problems they face, I can then make up a lead magnet that's going to attract them all to me. Now, another one was Russell Brunson. Before we can actually, I better explain that a little bit better actually. Right, so I'm going to make a lead magnet that's going to get them attracted to me, which is then going to see, right, okay, well, he's somewhere that I want to be. Right, so this particular lead magnet, the book that I'm going to make, will be how to build your email list. Now, everybody else who doesn't know about digital marketing, doesn't know about things such as this, aren't quite ready to build their email list, aren't going to be interested in the book. Anybody else who's struggling with digital marketing and needs to build their email list, they've realized that, right, the biggest pain point I've got is email list. I need to learn that. This book is going to be like heroin to an addict. It's going to be really, really simple to go out and actually use this book to get people. Now, once I get the people into my ecosystem, into my email list, into my messenger list, then I want to show them that they want to get to the top of the mountain, right? There's a big mountain there for them to climb. And at the top of that is how much they want to earn per month. Now, my whole job is to convince them that they can start at the bottom, use my particular roadmap, and then get to the top of where they want to go. right? Now this we can show them basically. Let's take for example ManyChat. So we say, right, okay, well you had ManyChat, and that's a good vehicle. Chatbots do work very very well. However, with ManyChat you can't actually get the traffic to your chatbot. With ManyChat you can't make proper sales. With ManyChat you can't link up with half of your email autoresponders. And I can keep on going like this, right? So I'm not offering ManyChat. I'm offering a complete marketing solution. So instead of you trying to walk up the hill, you're going to be driven up the hill. You're going to get to the summit a lot faster. We're going to give you a completely different vehicle. As well as that, we can then start upselling. We can then say, right, okay, well, I can also do a done with you service, which is one of our masterminds. And we're going to walk you through the entire service. So instead of you driving up the hill, you can get a helicopter. We're going to take you there really quick. And these are various different upsells. They're called the stepping regions. We're going to go into the whole lot, an awful lot more, and really dive deep into all this. This is just a kind of overview of it. But this means that we can sell them a brand new item, a brand new path, a brand new vehicle, which is still going to get them the results. So this is the way we need to start thinking about it. We're not going to offer them anything better because better is just not good enough. For people to admit that they want something better, they have to admit that they've done something wrong, right? It didn't work with us that way, and if this is just a bit better, I might as well just stay where I'm at because this thing's going to get us there eventually. But that's just a little bit better, and it's not really that good. We need to give them something that, right? There's a brand new offer. We need to know what that is. Now, one thing I want to point out here, when you are building your list, please don't hammer them with something different every single week. I see so many people do this. I get it all the time because I follow a lot of marketers. I join their email list to see what their lists are doing. And what I see is every single week a new offer. And they kind of don't stick with anything. So they don't kind of have an organized thing. So they want to say, right, okay, well, he's a digital marketer. What might you need? Instead they go, right, he's a digital marketer and buys all of this and just send us rubbish. Don't do that because that's a way easy way to burn out your list. Educate people 80% of the time, sell them 20% of the time. You can make an awful lot more money and it's going to make it so much easier for you. So you want to know how you can make people want your thing, whatever your thing is, right? Now, rather than what ManyChat done with, right, this is a point. I wrote this out and then forgot about it. Right, so ManyChat went out. And what ManyChat does, they are massive. ManyChat are huge. They're just gigantic. The leader in the whole field of chatbots. And so I wanted to go after the chatbot market first. So obviously I had to take on ManyChat. Right now, I'm not going to take on ManyChat directly. That would be stupid. ManyChat could outspend us any day of the week. What I did want to look at was I wanted to look at the training that ManyChat actually give. Now, the training that ManyChat give, ManyChat expert as well here, by the way. I'm on their email thing, their website, and all the rest of it. What they do is ManyChat has a very, very good chatbot, but they don't have very good training at all. So what I need to do to beat their training is I need to show everybody that, right, okay, if you're using a chatbot, this is what a chatbot will do. However, I'm going to show you a better way of doing that, right? So this is when we can start doing the training and start showing people what advantage you're going to get with a complete marketing system as opposed to just with ManyChat, all right? Hope that makes sense. So the hardest part is to get people to want to reach the summit, right? The hardest part is getting people to understand that yes, I can get there. Yes, I can make $1 million. Yes, I can make 10K a month. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. Because I dare say almost all of us has failed. If you just say starting off in this, well done. Congratulations on finding this particular training. But a lot of us have failed in the past. I've failed so many times. I've had so many launches that didn't work. So many times my girlfriend said, is this the one that's going to work? And it's embarrassing. It's absolutely heartbreaking. When you put your all into it, you think, yes, this is the one that's going to work. This is it. I've got it. And then it doesn't work. It's another little put down for yourself. And after so many put downs, you see a lot of people pack in. The successful people don't actually pack in. It's another learning experience. But a lot of the time they do. Now, I want to cut that down for everybody who's got chat ammo and who's in my group and all the rest of it. I don't want to see as many people fail. And I want to see people actually going out and succeeding with what they're wanting to do to be able to make the money that they want to make. I think it's really important. Now, the way I do that is I said, right, okay, give me your email address for you, for a lot of you guys. You would have got the free chat ammo offer. And the free chat ammo offer was basically, give me your email address. I'm going to give you a software that's going to help you do everything. And then join my group and I'm going to give you all of this free training, right? It's that kind of thing. And so I'm going to show you a better way of doing things, right? Now, we're still going to use Groove because obviously I use Groove all the time. You'll notice all my funnels and whatnot. You'll notice everything I give away is made of Groove. And so I'm still going to use Groove, but I'm going to show you the way that I use Groove. And if you want to take my advice, if you want to follow the way that I've done it, by all means, please follow us. It's worked. It's lovely. We have nice commissions and various sales and things like this. But if you don't want to follow us, then fine. Just take some of the nuggets out of this. Any sort of golden nugget that you'll go, right, hang on, that works. I'll try that. And please do that because digital marketing is complicated. can be made complicated by various gurus that you see online. And it really isn't. It's really so simple, right? Nobody wants to actually figure out by themselves, right? I started off, when I first started off, it was terrible. I started off and I believed that I could learn everything to do with digital marketing by myself, by trial and error. And then I worked out, no, I need some sort of guidance. So I started buying these various different memberships and things like this. And it cost me I spent thousands, ridiculous amounts of money. And as I was going through all these different trainings and whatnot, I then worked out that a lot of these gurus were telling me some of the things I need to know, but they weren't telling me everything I need to know. There was a lot of items what they left out and kind of went, well, I'm not going to tell you about that bit just yet. It was kind of hidden underneath the table. And so once I started understanding what they were talking about, I could then start working out, right, well, hang on, if that works like that and this works like that, if we put those two together, and it was kind of a long drawn out process to actually find out what worked. And so this is where you can add speed. This is where you can tell people, right, this is different. We're going to add speed to what you're doing right now. We're going to get you into this different vehicle. What I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm going out of sync with me things. So we're able to offer them everything. We're able to offer them from start to finish a complete map, a map of where they're going to go to. So this map is going to be, you're going to start here. We're going to then take you up here. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. And another point that I keep on making through all my trends, never stop. Always move as fast as possible. Money loves speed. And if you're not having speed, you're not going to make money. It's the most important thing out there. If you look at all my funnels, most of my funnels have mistakes on them, left, right, and center. Most of my chatbots have mistakes on them, right? Until souvenirs will come in and tell us I've done it wrong. And then I go in and correct them. I'm terrible at spelling. My speech, I've got a really bad accent, but I do everything fast. So because I do everything fast and I can tend to get market really quickly, then I can tend to keep on making money. And this is one of the things that you want to be really believing about yourself. You want to be able to go out and offer them everything, but don't worry if you haven't got everything ready quite yet. You'll have it ready by the time they come. Most of my memberships, what I sell off, I sell them cheap. Like at the minute, we've got one membership that this is going on to, which is going to be mega cheap. It's $79 or something right now. And that membership's going to be raising in prices the more and more content I get out there and get on that membership. And it's going to be raising prices to quite a big degree. So this is about email list. Russell Brunson's business was saved by his email list time and time again. Everybody's AppSumo makes 72 million a year. That's supposed to be million. Don't know why I've decided to miss a zero out. And 49% of that is made from the email list. 49% of 72 million. This is how important your email list actually is. Right? When we start building a list, people will think that you're crazy. As soon as you start telling people that's what you're going to spend your money on, I'm spending money on building an email list. You're going to see all these marketers who will be here today and gone tomorrow, or they'll be moving over trying to build the list, all think that you've gone mad. They'll be wondering why you're trying to spend money to just build your email list. Why are you offering them free gifts left, right, and center? Remember, the reason why you're doing this is because you're going to make money long term. You will turn around these lists within around about the first couple of days. I normally turn them around about within run my ads Monday through to Sunday. By the Sunday, I know I've got to double my money. Then I put down my money again on Monday and do it all over again. It's just nice. So we want to show that we are committed to one thing, right? This is the thing. Don't do the shiny object thing where you start jumping all over the place and starting to build all sorts of things up and offering different affiliate products because people think that you're crazy. And then you've lost your level of trust. And so they're not going to trust you. Instead of that, go for one thing and then have complimentary offers. Look at ClickFunnels, look at Groove. ClickFunnels has something called funnel scripts. Groove have Groove scripts, whatever it's called. And they also have quite a few other things. 2 seconds, sorry. Oops. Just doing a quickie. Sorry about that, guys. Right. We have sales coming through. So we want to do complimentary offers. That's all going to go towards our one particular niche, right? So we're always building up our authority within that niche, which is the most important part. Once you get authority, you'll actually see people starting coming to you and wanting to buy from you. The amount of people I have actually coming and saying, I want to buy such and such. Are you an affiliate for any of these? Because you're giving that much value out. A lot of people will actually want to reciprocate. And it's a lovely feeling. It's the nicest thing in the world when somebody asks you, particularly if you are a rep for that particular thing, because I've normally got bonuses with it. And so it kind of builds up your authority and helps you get further on than what you are. So what I want you to do, think of what you already know, right? Now, You might be the greatest baker in the world. There's plenty of money to be made out there as a baker. You might have a great restaurant. There's a lot of money to be made in restaurants. You might have a tattoo parlor. Congratulations, so have I. And you can make money on the tattoo shops. You can make money absolutely everything, right? You don't need to have your results as yet to get success. Now, on the groove side of things, what I was telling you before with the restaurant, and giving the restaurant thing away, I could have then took those particular results and I could have made up a training course on that. With right, okay, here's my results. I've done it. I've proved it. I know which button color works the best. I know which one of them works the best. I've tweaked everything here, and so I could go away and I would start selling that course and drive people to that course and make money from that. This is the same things what you can do if you already know an industry or a niche a little bit. Then you can start building straight away from your knowledge. You can start building out exactly what you want to sell, which is awesome, right? Don't be scared of subscribers, right? Unsubscribers are your biggest gift you'll ever get. It's like people who complain. People who complain will help you know which direction you're going wrong, right? Don't go against unsubscribers. Instead, anybody who unsubscribes, save them to a list, upload that list onto Facebook, and make a lookalike audience. That lookalike audience can now exclude them from your Facebook posts. And what you're going to find is Facebook's algorithm is awesome. It's helping you find these people who are a bit of a nightmare and exclude them. So every post that you have will now have more positive comments in. And of course, Facebook and Google and everybody else loves positive comments. Facebook's whole thing is to get people to stop on Facebook as long as possible. Facebook makes their money from advertisers. So if Facebook can get a post or an ad that keeps their users on for 1 second more, imagine 1 second times by the amount of users that Facebook has. That's an awful lot of seconds and minutes and hours and days. That means that Facebook can sell more, charge more to their advertisers, which means they make more. So it's a big self-perpetuating circle, right? And it keeps on building. And this is the ideal thing. So if you get positive comments, Facebook's going to give you cheaper ads. They're going to show it to more people. It's going to be absolutely golden. It's lovely, right? So I'm not saying don't run Facebook ads, but always run them to build your list. Right, give you more positive comments and grow your audience better, right? So the more positive comments you got, the more people's going to leave positive comments. It's kind of like a town crier. As soon as somebody leaves a positive comment, you'll see a load of positive comments coming underneath your post. It's great. And then from that, you're now building up your list because obviously Chat Ammo takes those people, it adds them to a list as well, so you can have engagement and all the rest of it, and kind of goes really good. And we are obviously engaged by the receiving comments and things like this. And people follow you like sheep. If the first comment is good, there's a very good chance the rest of it be. Your goal should be to spend more on ads. What do you mean? I mean, you just told us to save money on ads, and now you're telling us to spend more. What I mean is, you should know how much your clients are worth to you as a lifetime value. Now, let's say, for example, your client is worth, we'll say $15. If your client's worth $15, you can go out and you can spend $14 to get a client, right? It still means you're going to make a profit. It just means that you're going to increase the amount of offers, right? We're not going to try and skimp on how much it's going to cost us to get clients. We're going to use time and paid ads if we want to. We're not going to skip on how much it's going to cost us to get the people. What we are going to do is we're going to expand on what we can sell to people. So we're going to make more from each individual person. We're going to help them more. We're going to nurture them more. We're going to be their go-to guy for all of the things that we need. Right? Don't let the thought of spending money hold you back from spending. Right? A lot of people, I'll say to them, right, okay, what I would like you to do is go out and actually start running YouTube ads. And they'll say, well, how much do you want? How much should I spend? Well, I don't know. How much do how much do you want to spend, right? Now, I might say run the ads for $5 a day. Now, the first thing that these people think of, right, okay, $5, that's $35 a week. I don't want to spend $35 a week. What it is, they then see $35 a week, $70, that's $140 a month. I haven't got $140 a month. Instead of thinking it that way, think of your $35 per week. At the moment, you haven't even spent that, right? And what we're doing is we're building up your audience. We're making the $35 back. So it shouldn't be what should your budget be? It shouldn't be right. Okay, well, I'm going to be spending once you start getting really into this, I'm going to be spending $6,000 a month or $6,000 a week or $6,000 a day. Don't think of it that way. Think of right. If I'm putting $6,000 in, I'm going to be getting around about 12,000 back out. Right? That's the way you've got to start thinking about it. Don't let the thought of you spending money in the future hold you back for your present. It's a very, very bad idea. Another thing which we're doing is lead magnets. The quality of your lead magnet will affect the quality of your leads. If I was going to go out and I was going to offer a free Mac laptop, right? So MacBook Pro, I'm going to give that out as lead magnet. The quality of those leads I will get will be absolutely shockingly bad. I'm giving away a great thing, don't get us wrong, but these are going to be a lot of freebie seekers. They're not going to be marketers. They're not going to be the thing I need. If I make this book and I put the book out free plus portion package on, or just free altogether, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get high quality of leads, because these are marketers who want to know how to improve their email marketing. So now straight away, I have the ideal people coming into us, right? And these are people that you can generate for free, right? Groups are awesome for this, right? Go into groups, start adding value. This is if you've got no money, start adding value, start posting in groups, start putting out your own posts, things such as this. I'm going to go into it all really, really deep. Don't worry about it. But this is where I do an awful lot of good business in groups. Just because I have a software company, just because we're doing okay, it wasn't always the case, but I'm still not too big to go out and doing groups. Nobody's too good to go out and do free marketing. I hate it when you hear the guru saying you have to do paid because it's going to do everything faster. Yes, paid's going to be faster, but at the end of the day, you shouldn't just be doing paid ads. You should be doing a multitude of ads, a multitude of different posts and ads and different platforms all coming together, all to get your particular niche discovered. Right. So if you go out and give value, people start coming to you. Really important fact. If you see somebody who's giving you a load of value all of the time, you're going to start looking for that person. I used to follow Josh 40 for a long time. I follow Russell Brunson. I follow Mike Vilsain. I follow Rich Sheffron. I follow all these various different people because they give value all the time. When they put out a post, I want to see the value. I want to know what it is that they're saying to me that makes me want to buy what is they're selling, right? So as soon as I'm buying something, I'm actually part of the great Facebook experiment. Now, I want to know, rather than me being a consumer all my life, I want to know, well, how did they make me want that? What is it they said? What was the scarcity? What was the urgency? What was the desire? What was the pain point in this? And this is where we start getting people coming to you. But of course, you have to believe in what you're selling. If you don't believe in what you're selling, you won't make any money. It's that kind of thing. Um, it's kind of we used to sell back in the day when I was really young. I used to sell double glazing door to door. It was a really really hard job, but I'm still determined my double glaze was the best double glazing you could ever have. So when I went up and knocked at the door, I thought I was doing somebody a favor by showing the double glazing. I believe that Chatamo is the best marketing system out there. So I actually feel upset when somebody hasn't got the full upgraded version of Chatamo. Because I'm thinking, well, what is it that I haven't said to show you that this is the greatest thing that you're ever going to get? What is the one thing that I should have told you that you're going to go, right, okay, well, yeah, I can see that now. That's going to help me no end. So you must believe in what you're selling. Your belief is most important. And we can use that interest to retarget, right? So we can also use Chat Ammo to niche down the interests. I always go for people who say, for example, if I'm selling my chatbot, I could go out and could target ManyChat. It's not really going to work. What I could do instead, though, is go out and target a lot of digital marketers. So I could target Mike Vilsain, Russell Brunson, Ryan Dice, and all of these various different people, because I know people who follow are those are people who are on my Dream 100, but also their followers are people who I would be interested in talking to. That's who I want them to go out and show me off to. So I can target their interests. I can target the people they follow. I can target all sorts of different things. I can also put, if they're engaged buyers, I can put what sort of things I might want them off this, but I don't want them off that. And then we can start building up our ideal list and lookalike audience, which is one of our biggest assets. Really important to do. Right. Look at people's stuff and think about what is that made you want to buy it. People continue to buy as long as you continue to sell. Like I've been saying, the only time when they'll stop is when you stop giving them offers. If you stop giving them offers, they're not going to buy it for you no more. It's that sort of easy. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to call it a day on this one, right, for now. So I'm just going to make a note on that. And we're going to come back and continue on with this because we don't want to make it too long, each of the trainings. Otherwise, you guys are going to get fed up. But we are going to be putting this into a membership site. Now, the membership site at the moment is $47 or $49. Can't remember which one. Can't remember where the actual site is for now. But it's in there. It's going to be all in there. Now, we're going to be building up an awful lot of this. This is going to be your basic step-by-step from beginning to end, right? So if you've enjoyed this so far, we'd love to see a thumbs up. I'm going to post this probably tomorrow. But I would love to see a thumbs up. I would love to hear any comments you've got, any issues that you guys are having, any problems that you're having, anything that's not quite converting the way that you want to convert. Either put a message in the group or alternatively drop me a DM and I'll try and address that as well. because I think it's important that you can actually have somebody who you can have as a sounding board so that you can learn the various different things from my mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm by far away from perfect, but there is a very, very good chance that I went through the same problem that you were experiencing, and there's a good chance I might have overcome the problem. And if I have, I will give you the answer to the problem, right? It's that simple. Okay? So thanks for watching and speak soon. Cheers. Bye.